Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hangout and Art. Today, we're going to be doing the weekly prompts, which are actually, oops, I need to turn this off. Okay. All right. Today, we're going to be doing weekly prompts, which are going across the top of the screen in a slow motion, if you notice that. If you're watching the recording, I'm talking to people in chat. And welcome, everybody. Good to see you. So how's everybody that lives out east doing? I can't believe the amount of snow you guys got out there. I was looking at some stuff this morning in New York, probably some other places. They had to go up on like on a scaffolding or something, and they were knocking the ice off the buildings because it was so dangerous. People can't walk there. I mean, it was crazy. So, oh, thanks, Devin. Yeah, after our stream last week, I was kind of playing. I was playing with my jelly plate, which I love, but really haven't used in a long time. And I started. I don't know. I hadn't done pulls in a while, and it took me a little bit. But now I got my best pulls. Maybe you guys can share some of your hints with jelly plating. I got some of my. I tried with what did I use? I used the golden carbon black because I thought I had used that before to do my pulls, but then the carbon black wasn't working for me, and I think Devin, I think it was Devin, said she uses Mars black. I'm like, oh yeah, the Mars black. So then I switched over to the Mars black, and they all turned out good. I only had a couple. I only had time to do a couple by the time I figured it out. This was that was the first one, which I thought was pretty good. And then this was the second one I did, and then I had to stop. I had stuff to do. So this was an ad. These were all from Vogue magazine. So this was an ad, and then these were two more ads. I had the extra space, so I didn't want to waste the paper and the paint. So I just like pressed those down. I just pressed the images down. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. And I think what I noticed last week when I was doing my gel prints is that our humidity's cranked up because it's so dry here, and I got an eczema flare and stuff like that. But I think that made a difference with my jelly pulls. I think the more humid it is better for the jelly plate. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but if it's winter, if you're living somewhere really dry, Amazon does have like just those small humidifiers. You can get them for $10, or like desktop humidifiers. If you're having trouble with your jelly prints, try that. I think what I figured out, it was the humidity. Okay, let's see who's here. We've got Hi View, Devin, Jeannie. Good morning, Anne. Hey, bartender's daughter, Kimberly. Good to see you. I know Dar's here, Dee Dee's here. Thought I saw Laverne, Belinda, Missy. Go all the way back up to the top. Make sure I get everybody. Keeks, good to see you. Okay, man. Who was here first today? Dar was here first. Good to see you, Dar. We missed you last week. Okay. And oh, thanks, Devin. I just try to keep it like to the point, just let people know who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to myself. I'm not crazy. Let's see. All right, Missy sent Dee Dee a big envelope, so that's in transit. Let's see, swatch. I remember those. Oh, that is a swatch watch. I didn't even notice because I saw it was Omega and I just saw the swatch up here. I know I used to, who had a swatch watch? I think we all, back in the day, we probably all had a swatch watch. Okay, bartender's daughter said cheaper student grade black paints are best for, she found those are best for transfers. Vogue pages work best too. Yes, because I had tried some, I think I was using Elle magazine and I wasn't getting pulls. But I need to go back and check because I think with the Elle magazine, I was using the carbon black. But I know they didn't work good with the Mars paint either. Okay. Hey, Jane, good to see you. Looking to see if anybody's got what your gel printing tips are. Team swatch. I know this isn't your grandma's swatch watch. This is an Omega swatch watch. That's probably pretty expensive. Dar had a swatch watch. Okay, Devin doesn't remember Romper Room, but I know I love Mr. Rogers, and I don't remember Mr. Dress Up. Okay, let's see. I got Happy Mail. Jane got your Happy Mail yesterday, Dee Dee. Jeannie's doing a stamp project. Yeah, what's everybody been up to? I just saw the front of Janet's stream yesterday. She was making washi tape paper, I think, or something like that. I missed Dee Dee's. I had to go to the dentist. I came like right at the very end. Hey Dee Dee, I'm glad you like the sticker book. It's different. It was different, and I didn't remember you showing it. And when I saw it, I follow somebody called Ski Bambi, and she actually was in Czechoslovakia and got it in Czechoslovakia. And I just searched it on Amazon and they had it. But I just thought it was cool. It had some weird, cool stuff in it. So I got one too. So I'm glad you got it finally. And it was supposed to be delivered the next day, but I think because it went to your post office box, it took 2 weeks for some reason. So, but anyway, I'm glad you got it. Glad you liked it. I know it's just different. It has some kind of freaky pictures in it, but I don't know. Different's good, right? Okay, Jane said, Mr. Dress Up is a Canadian kids show host. You're probably too young and didn't get Romper Room out west. Easterners would recognize it. Oh, okay. Yeah, Devin's probably too young for Romper Room. I remember Romper Room. Alrighty. So I mentioned today we're going to play with some jelly prints. I don't know if anybody saw Elizabeth St. Hilaire and Joggles had done some jelly print things, and I had not seen it. You guys may have seen it already. But they used foam stamps and stencils, and they put several layers on before they did the pull, and the pulls turned out really cool. So I hadn't really done that before, so I think that's what I'm gonna do today. So, all right. Oh, so Jeannie, what are you doing, Jeannie? Are you taking the rubber stamps off the wood? That's a chore. Yeah, really, Jane. Too funny. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot to show today. I do have a new magazine. Strawberry Moon came out a couple years ago. I think this is their 10th edition, and I just got this in the mail the other day. And she does a theme, and this month was collage, issue 10, collage from A to Z. So I'll do a quick flip, and she has everything kind of in alphabetical order, just different techniques and supplies and things like that that you would use on collage. And what I like about this magazine, it is filled with lots of pictures, inspiration pictures, lots of artwork. And she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 20. She's got about 30, just over 30 different people contributing. So that's kind of cool. And then at the end, she has people that didn't do articles, but then just sent in their collage pictures. So when she does that every week, she has people submit their art and she posts some of it. So it's a fun magazine. There's usually different artists, like artists that I'm not familiar with. So that's kind of cool to see different people. So let me do a quick flip through this. Oh, and then here's all the gallery artists. So yeah, just kind of fun. Editor's note. All right, I guess her featured artist is Chrissy McIntyre. I was introduced to Chrissy McIntyre's work when she created a portrait of my sister's dog, Lucy, when it came time for an issue of collage. I knew I had the perfect artist to share with readers. I know you will be just as astonished with her work as I am. Okay, so Chrissy McIntyre, it looks like she does art with paper piecing. It almost looks like it's painted, but these are all little pieces of paper. All right, so let's see. Do I dare try to focus some more? Or am I gonna be moving in a little bit? Oh, thanks, Dar. Dar put up the current edition of Strawberry Moon. Devin's talking to her husband. All right. Let me just pull this in a little bit closer so you can see better. Gotta turn the camera hub on. All right, here we go. Okay, Keek said that's similar to Art by Zen. Oh, cool. Or Art by M. I know, it takes a while to get the fingers warmed up in the morning. All right, let me... Oh, here it is over here. I'm like, where's my thing? All right, let's see. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know why I can't move this. That's weird. Okay. Oh, my go just a little bit more. Okay, there. Now that's better. All right, so this is all paper piecing. That's Chrissy McIntyre. Oh, these are cool. These are really cool. I love that. The Wonder Bar. And here's her dog, Lucy. Oh, that's really cute. Oh, look at the eyes. And then her fur is just like all little pieces of paper. All right, here's another dog. Front of a school, it looks like. Okay, so here it comes, the collage art from A to Z. we've got, she goes through, has all the adhesives you can use. Pretty good list. Everything from starch bakes, glues, PVAs, tacky glue, non-wetting adhesives, and then she gives a list of all the different adhesives. That's really nice. That's really nice. So, and then B, block printing. There's some cool block printing. Oh, I love that turtle. That's a cool flower. Clusters, cluster collages, composition, and she may have more than one thing under each letter too, which is fun. So lots of information in here, lots of pictures. I know, another cute Lucy. Copies. I always had soft spot for copies. Maybe it started, I guess she learned early that humble copier was okay. She makes copies of lots of stuff and uses that in her collage. That's Shay Freeman. Echo Distress. Using, often use my homemade art journals to work out painting ideas. Recently, I've been trying to figure out how to capture my feeling about climate change. Interesting. How do you capture that in painting or in your art journal? How can I visually show the conflict between what I'm sharing to the outside world and what's going on in my mind? Oh, these are interesting articles too about the artists, how they kind of think about what they're doing and their process. And then here it goes through her whole process. That's kind of interesting. Oh, here, so that's the distress. More distress, that's Suzanne Early. Echo Dyed Papers. Rusty Bits. Doodles, love the doodles. This is a cool magazine, Dee Dee. It's, like I said, this is the 10th issue. It was coming out 4 times a year, but now I think she's got it to 3 times a year. And it's always, let's see, how many pages are in here? It's, okay, 134 pages. So there's always a lot of stuff, and there are no ads. And I think, I haven't looked lately because I ordered a subscription, but I think it's $20, and that includes the postage. But don't quote. I like I said, I haven't looked at the price lately, so I don't know if it's gone up since I got it. Okay, ephemera. Lots of ephemera. Fabric. Focal points. Love the focal points. Found words. That's something I've been doing a lot of. I've been cutting out lots of words. I think I'm gonna, you know how I have all my binders with different subjects and stuff with that, and I think I'm gonna do like a word quote binder, and just so I have all this, like all the words and quotes I'm going to put in one place, and that way when I'm looking for something, I can just flip through that. It'll be a project, but I think it'll be worth it. But I've really been interested in putting like words, you know, just words on my art journal pages to share how I'm feeling about that page. All right, gel plate printing. Looks like she did a pull here. Okay, thanks, Star. It's $28 per issue. It's a little pricey, but that does include, postage. So, and you get it 3 times a year. It's just a really good quality magazine. Harmony, looking for harmony, repetition, color, your inspiration, lots of books. And there are lots of collage books. I've collected a bunch of collage books, and I love just like flipping through those, getting ideas, just looking at them. I just enjoy flipping through my books and looking at them. All right, junk. to have? What's a collage without some junk? Think about what you will use. Figure out your style, then set some guidelines and stay within them. If space is a problem, only save items you're currently soon to be working with. Have specific containers for your stash, a 12 by 12 bin for larger papers, a greeting card box, smaller pieces. All right. Craft paper. Craft paper is a specific type of paper made using a special process. The craft process produces pulp that is stronger than other pulp processes. So she likes to use, that's the editor, Suzanne Early. She likes to use craft paper with her collages. Layers. Lots of layers. Magazines, yes, magazines. We all love magazines. Motherboards, masterboards. I love doing masterboards. That's probably that's so relaxing to me. And it's a good way to use up like all your scraps and things like that. Let's see, Jane said brown paper bag, reuse craft paper. Yeah. Okay, media, everything from acrylics to pens to adhesives, varnish, microfiber. That's Sarah Gardner. She's somebody I'm familiar with. That's I began using what I now call microfiber in some artist trading cards for a trade in the fall of 2021. Excuse me. So she uses, I guess, her microfiber. Let's see, creating HECs requires you to work small, so microfiber is perfect for them. But this type of collage material created using small patterns and details can be great fun for any size collage art. So what she calls microfiber is like little bits and pieces that she uses. And I guess that's something, I'll use that on my Rolodex cards. I'll stick it on the master boards. I use it a lot for Rolodex cards. A lot of times when I'm working on a project, I'll keep like all the little itty bitty scraps in a pile. And I'm sure most people would throw these out, but I'm like, oh, but that piece is so cute and that looks so good. So what I've been doing, instead of collecting it in a big box, I try to do it on an index card or Rolodex card, something like that. And then you kind of have a memory of what you worked on too. It's like a scrapbook of your art journal page or something. It's just, if you don't like to get rid of all the little bits, it's a good way to use them. And you can see here, like these, look at all these little bits. They're kind of fun. It's a little blurry. Okay, I'll just leave it right here. Let's see, nature. More nature. Organization. Let's see. Collecting is the first step in collage making. Grouping the paper by color. Having a collage idea in mind. Okay, she uses... All right, her tip is to use a binder. She gets a ring binder, then package of clear page protectors, stack of plain cardstock, labels, black marker, alphabet stickers, and 9 pocket trading card binders. So she keeps all her bits and pieces for collage. She has a book of collage papers and then puts them all in these clear page protectors, and then she can just flip through and see what she's got. See over here, she's got little containers. So that's one way to store your collage. Do you guys have any special ways that you like to store your collage? Are you an organized collager, or do you just like to go through big piles of stuff? Okay, photographs, using photographs in your collage. Lots of photographs. Lots of photographs. Printables. You can use printables. You have to be careful using printables. Make sure that when you're printing stuff out that the ink doesn't smear when you go to glue it on. Quotes. That's quotes and words. Repetition. So what does she say about repetition? Repeating this, okay. Okay, some contain collages. A few of the ideas that came up with creating my journal spill over into standalone art. Okay, so she does a lot of repetition, just, does her collages using the stuff over and over, it sounds like. And then, let's see, beyond the individual pages I create by repeating a process, there are other aspects of repetition that I find myself drawn to in my collage art. This includes exploring similar themes or emotions, choosing cohesive color palettes, repeating layering techniques with the same texture material. Each of these elements contributes to making my art a safe space where I can explore and process the real life challenges I've been facing. So she uses a lot of repetition and kind of builds up to her final piece. Let's see, Laverne uses plastic envelopes. Laverne, we all wish we were more organized. Okay. Dar put down some 5x7 plastic envelopes with Velcro closures. Those are good. And those probably come in all different sizes too. Large plastic 3 see-through envelopes. Those are good. A lot of people use those. All right, so now stitching onto your page. That's always a nice touch. Stitching is good if you want to kind of, for a focal point. Because a lot of times, sometimes a collage, everything kind of blends together. Instead of tracing or something like that, you can stitch. Different substrates. Texture. Yeah, don't forget to use texture in your collage. Layering with acrylic paints, textured items such as corrugate, tearing versus cutting, fraying the edges, adding found objects such as buttons, thread, postage stamps, scraping and scratching, embossing and debossing using stencils, mark making, and frottage, which involves rubbing a crayon or pencil over a textured surface placed beneath the paper, transfers the implied textures into the collage materials. Oh yeah, I've done that. Hand stitching, machine stitching. So lots of texture. All right. Upcycling, turning everyday leftovers into art journal gold. Secret Life of Leftovers. There's some fun articles in here. Just interesting. And she goes through like lists of different things that are good for upcycling and creative ways to use it all. Ribbon. I think I put ribbon as ribbon was one of the prompts for today. I just kind of was looking around my basement, my art room, and like, okay, what haven't I used in a while? I have a whole wagon full of ribbons. So that's how we got ribbon on the prompts today. Vintage stuff is always fun. Washi tape. We all love washi tape. We probably all have a few rolls. Washi tape's good for masterboards too. X-Acto craft knives. Goes through different craft knives. Yearbooks. Zen. Collaging chaos into Zen. That's an interesting article. Yeah, collage is chaos, but when you're done, you have just something that's zen to you. Okay, and then here's the gallery. So here's all the people that sent in their collages. Let's see if I can get this opened a little bit better. What did she say? Oh, Kibbers has a whole wagon full of it. That's where I got the idea, Kimberly. I saw your wagon. I'm like, oh, I've got to do that. So I took ribbon, wrapped it around clothespins, and then stuck it all in my wagon. Yes, that was a Kimberly thing. All right. Hi, Sophia. All right. So here we go. Like I said, a lot of these, here's Sarah Gardner. I am familiar with her. This is Debbie Sidden, inspired by lyrics from a song. Jody Bush, happy to find ways to use paper scraps. This was inspired by Shinuki art. Joan Waits, English countryside. This journal page, inspired by the English countryside, was completed using various collage papers and old books. Orange Blooms, Laura Barnes. I used mix of pieces I die cut plus some stamped images. Yeah, don't forget to use your die cut pieces. Okay, Roberta Wax. I'm mostly a card maker. Find that creating small collages gets my creative juices flowing. So she'll do collages to get warmed up to make her cards. Oh, cool. She's got some cute little tags here. Clementina Kurakura. During a challenge I organized in 2024, I created according to a color every month. So every month she did a collage of a different color. Cool. Laura Catino. Leaves, pods, and twigs are gathered into layered collages of paint, plaster, and paper. Fragile fragments preserved as symbols of memory. So we have Jasmine Barrett, a rumination on outdated and at times troublingly persistent understandings of the body. Huh, interesting. Oh, the value of good nail care. Oh, that's a cool thing to do. Like if you have pages, like just certain pages that have a topic, that's your background, and then you build on that. I used to do that when I first tore out pages from books. I thought it was horrible. Like, oh my God, how could you tear out a page from a book? So I justified it by using a page that went along with the theme of my art journal. So I figured it was okay if it wasn't, if it went along with the theme. And now I just rip them out. I don't care. But that's kind of cool that she did that. Okay, Marcia Beckett. Use painted purple watercolor. Vintage ephemera, stamps, stickers, gold leaves, paper doily, and a music page. Hey, Dorothy. Good to see you. Okay, this collage reflects on the perspectives of women, their way of attending to and seeing the world, in which the eyes become the body's living camera, capturing not only images, but also impressions and truths. I like, this is a cool collage. And that's Mary Bombero. That's a cool collage. Okay. William Charlebois, the painting using collage elements to create an Alice in Wonderland scene. Collage papers created by Mindy Lacefield. Diane Maher. Collage scraps in small squares. Tammy Showers, cut paper collage, self-portrait. That's really cool. I know, I like the camera faces too, Dar. I think that's really cool. Okay, this one is a question on a card. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why? Ann K. Gagel. Each day I try to spend an hour working in my sketchbook. Joy Lavezzo Cats journal spread. This was made at the start of the year, reflecting on the loss of my sister, who introduced me to paper arts using mostly her art supplies, which included items from your creative studio. Oh, what a beautiful tribute to her sister. Love the bird. Trina Brannon created colorful background papers with variety of art supplies. Shay Freeman, triptych, vintage book page. Cool Asian. Martha Miller, collage is nature inspired. The background is fiddle leaf fig leaves stamped onto brown packing paper with acrylic paint. So she stamped the leaves onto the paper. Oh, Dorothy. Yay. I'm glad you had a good health report. That's always good to go to the doctor and have everything check out. Okay, Amy Zuzu. This is kind of cool too. I love the face and then all the stuff around here, the colors. This paste was made by randomly collaging scrapbook papers and tissue paper. Lauren Lovato using a gel plate to make the background and then foiling printable flowers. Deborah Lawrence, to protect women's rights, it's important to get into good trouble. Yes, if you're going to get into trouble, should be good. All right, Marilyn Healy. I find it enormously satisfying to reuse and recycle. Robin Whitmore, inspired by Fonda Clark Haight's online course. Okay. Shanta Debbie Williams, mixed media art journal pages. And then we've got two more. Aubrey Wilson, made from gel plate prints, bits of ephemera, and found pottery. Where's the pottery? This page is a visual metaphor for the heart's landscape, which is often a juxtaposition of the beautiful and the complex. It's really cool. I want to see where she used the pottery. And then Shanta Debbie Williams, mixed media art journal pages created during a 2024 Kelly Kilmer art journaling workshop. I recognize that. I incorporated my own self-portrait photo, layered journal writing, pencil scribbles, acrylic paint to put my voice to the pages. Yes, Kelly Kilmer is a really good collage artist. And then at the end, we get a bunch of collage papers. Look at these collage papers. Aren't they cool? Very fun stuff to use and to be inspired by. Alrighty, she's got two cats. And what's next? Issue 11 is going to be color stories. Issue 12 is going to be light and dark. Visit Strawberry Moon Art to learn more about how you can submit articles and art for the galleries. Sign up for the email newsletter at strawberrymoon.arts/contact for publishing updates and specials for email subscribers. Yeah, if you've ever wanted to, try to get your art in an art magazine, this is a great one. She does a really good job, and she uses a lot of artists every issue. There's tons of artists and tons of different artists too. So, and that's it. I think I said the only ads. I did say there were no ads. The only ads are, I think there's a couple here. There's one on the first page, and then I thought I saw, yes, there's a fodder school ad. There is an art journaling retreats, but then that's it. There's a few in the beginning, and then the rest is all art. All art to look at. Lots of inspiration. So I did want to share that with you. And now we can get started on some gel printing. I got the new Vogue magazine, so hopefully I'll find some good pictures for shoes. Who was it that Devin had a thing for shoes? These would be cool for both collage and magazine pulls. I might make a copy of this on the laser printer and then also use these in collage. This is a thick one. This is spring 2026. If you're going to get a Vogue, this is a nice thick magazine, and lots of, this is like Devin's David Bowie thing. Let me put that up a bit. Cool. I think I have this cut out from another one. Oh, there's some good stuff in here for pulls. There's a lot of good pull things in here. I love the Van Cleef and Arpels stuff. It's so pretty, feminine. Ooh. This is going in my color. I've been working, it's another thing I've been working in is my color journal. Oh my God, look at these shoes. They're like a mirror. This is a pretty cool, I'm going to tear this one out just because I've been working in my color journal. So yeah, if you're looking stuff for collage or to do gel print pulls, there's some good stuff in here. Oh, wow. Nice purse. Oh, see, here's some, see this, all right. All right, that's going to go too. Go in my purple section. All right, lots of fun stuff. So if you're looking for gel print stuff or collage stuff, the Spring Vogue is a good one. All right. Oh yeah, and then in every Strawberry Moon magazine, she always sends you a little postcard to use. So they're fun. Like this will probably go on the color thing too. All right, so I've got my gel plate. I've got my paints are over here. All right. Hey, Janet, did I say hi to you? I saw you come in. Good to see you. All right, let me get this off. I also cleaned my jelly plate really good after the last session with all the pastels and that. The pastels were fun, but it was messy. It was messy, just to warn you. It was kind of messy. So, all right, I want to move this down. All right. Get this straightened out here. So we got that. Then I'm going to move the camera up just a bit. I hate moving this camera because I'm afraid it's going to get wonky. I know everybody's got typos today. Luckily, we all read typos, so. Okay, so the video I saw was a recent video from last week of Elizabeth St. Hilaire and joggles. So I'm going to get some foam stamps and some stencils and see if I can kind of recreate what they did, not using the same stencils and stuff, but just the process. So let me go get some foam stamps. It might take me a minute. So, because I want to make sure I get good stamps and stencils. So I will be right back. And go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I just got a bunch of stamps. I should have gotten these ready last night. And let me go pick a few stencils. You want stamps that are kind of open so you can see the different layers with them. Okay, let me go get some stencils. Alrighty, so I have some stencils. Okay. Oh, that's right. Devin will be streaming tomorrow instead of Anne. And then next week, Anne will, and then March 4th, I think it is, Anne will stream and Devin will be her guest. So everybody knows. All righty. Let's see. So what I think I'm going to do, I want to do some pulls of just some solid color. And then that will help warm up the tray because I think the last pull is on a sheet that already has paint on it. So we'll see. Let's get out some colors. Here's a bright yellow. All right, let me get. Oh. Let me get my brayer out. I pulled out a bag of texture stuff here, so we'll do some of that too. Oh, I know what I got. I wanted to try this today. I did get something else. Has anybody seen, you probably all have this or you've seen it before, but I got, and I thought it would be fun for the jelly plate, is the multi-tooth comb brushes. Does anybody have them? Just came yesterday. Hold on, scissors. Does anybody use the multi-tooth? Oh, here we go. I don't need the scissors. Multi-tooth comb brush. I thought they'd be fun for texture. But I probably, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so it's a set of 3. I got these on Amazon, and they're by Fumu, Fuumuui, and they're called Comb Brush. All right, I do need scissors for this. So this one, it's a brush that actually has 5 brushes in it, and I thought it would be good for texture. I saw that. I think that's where I saw them, Devin. I thought they'd be fun. And then so it comes in a set. This one has 6. This one has 5. It's Fuumuui, and they're on Amazon. You can order directly from the company, But I did Amazon. This is a little blurry today. Fuumuui. And I got them the next day. So this one has 6, this one has 5, and then this one has 3. So we'll use these. Alrighty, so I've got these. I just need to get. Oh, that does actually. Let me go get let me get some clean water so I'm ready when I use these. All right. Okay, so they must be new. If nobody's seen them before, I've seen them. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so cool. Let me go get some fresh water. Okay, so, all right, so that's all ready to go. And then I'm just gonna, here's some sheets. I've got my paper. Get that out. And let's just get these warmed up. All right. Oh, I've had these paints forever, and I've had to, very few have gotten empty. This one's going. I'll have to keep that aside. All right, so. All right, that's kind of translucent. So I think I want colors for the final pull that are more opaque. We'll see. Let me see how this turns out. I always try to not get any lines on here, but that's impossible. All right. Well, this isn't bad. All right. Let's do this. And then I'll have one sheet that I use. I'll end up with a bunch of stripes. See if I get good pulls today. I should. I think the humidity is still up, so let me get my Baron. Let me do that. All right, rub it with the Baron. Yep. Oh, that's pretty good. I thought it was going to be translucent, but it's not. So that's really bright. So I'm just going to make a bunch of different backgrounds. So I have those when I'm done with the layers. Oh, wow, these are good. So what's everybody been up to? Anything interesting? See any good videos, books, anything like that? Oh my gosh, Devin, I dare ask, did you watch the hockey game on Sunday? That was the best hockey game I ever saw in my life. And I really thought Canada was going to win. It was a really well played game. Oh, cool. I know. I've noticed you've been coloring a lot. I've seen you've been posting. It's fun. Now, what are you just coloring with pencils, or are you kind of mixing it up using paints or anything for the backgrounds? Riri. Oh, you didn't watch it, you could hear you. It was such a good game. It was such a good game. The only reason they won, the only reason the US won was Hellebuck, the goalie, stood on his head. He made saves that I don't know how he did it. It was crazy. All right, Dar's doing some enabling. All right, Dar. Hey, it's not a stream without a little bit of enabling. Oh my God, Devin, he did. He really did. And here's a fun fact. Okay, the four players on the ice at the end of the game were all from Michigan. My son, when he was younger, actually had lessons with that he was there because he had the same goalie coach. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. But yeah, and then the woman who won, who scored the winning goal for the US was also from Michigan. Michigan is like a great place if you want to go play hockey. People send their kids here to play hockey. But and the women did awesome. The goalie for the women, I think, was that the only goal she let in the whole tournament? They did awesome. But that men's game, that was probably the most exciting hockey game I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of hockey games. All right, so here, that's a nice red one. All right, so I just want to do like some bright colors that are going to show through all the layers when I do the pull. So that's what's going on here. Oh, Dorothy, are you okay? Give me a link for that multi brush. Oh, okay. There you go, Dorothy. All right, so Oops. Thanks, Star. Alrighty, we've got some green. Let's use those brushes. Let's use those brushes. Oops, I love this blue. This one's the Master's Touch. It's almost, this reminds me of, get this off. This is like a cerulean blue. Oh, the Baron. Yeah, it's nice. You can also, what did somebody use? One of my friends made one. What did she use? And it worked really good. Okay. I want a brayer. It's like 14 inches wide or 12 inches wide. Because I like to not have streaks on some of my pages. Sometimes, I mean, usually I don't care, but sometimes I like to have ones that are just smooth paint. All right. Go. Okay. Oh, thanks, Dar. Dar put a whole page of Barons. And then there's also somebody who has some like really fancy ones that are cool looking. I think PM Artist Studio. It's somebody they know. And they have some cool ones too. Oh, I was watching the curling too, and I like watching the curling. I still am not sure how the scoring works. Do you understand the scoring, Dot? It was fun to watch, but I could not. I need to watch some videos or read. I need to do something. Somebody needs to explain it to me. But it's fun to watch. Okay. Oh shoot, I was going to use the one more. Let's do a copper. Let's do a copper just for fun. Is this copper? Oh no, this is rust. Yeah. Burnt sienna. Here we go, copper. Okay, I think that's who I'm thinking of, Devin. Anthony Cody. Yeah, mine's a speedball. Yeah, the Anthony Cody ones are ones like you would keep out on your desk because they look so nice. Like it's a tool and it's decor. Ugh. All right, so let me take some of this off. There's way too much paint in here. All right, let's do this. Put some back on. Yeah. Let's take it off, put it on. Here we go. All righty. Let's see. Hold on. I need to drink. It's still dry in here. They are more expensive. They're like, because they're like a piece of art. They're almost like if you get one, you don't know if you even want to use it because you don't want it to get dirty, but they're really cool. They're very cool. Alrighty. Okay, so let's get our paintbrushes out. These are so cool. All right, so I think I'm just gonna wipe this off right now. I don't want to get it wet yet. I will have to get it wet to clean it off. But I wanna okay, so if you press hard, they will all go together, it looks like. Okay, so keep it light. All right. Thank you, Devin. I should. I know. I'm like, why am I doing this? Oh my goodness. All right, let's do this. All right. Let's do. All right, I'm going to stick that in the water. All right, I'm going to use a smaller one. All right, so that's clean. All right, let's use this one. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Okay, so you can kind of, that's cool. And then lift that up, lift that up, lift that up. Huh. All right, so start here. And then put that one down, and then put that one down. Cool. These are kind of fun. Let's do. Oh, I need to wipe these off. That would help here. All right, so we're going to do this. Oh, now the paint's sticking more to this one. I have to use the water. Could be two, it might be drying a bit. So let's just do, this might be drying. I think I'm going to have to pull this. let's pull this before it dries. All right, so I have this. Let's try and get this on here. Hey, Dorothy, if you can't buy, that's a US Amazon link. If you have a pencil or something, the company that makes these is called Fumu, and it's FUUMUUI. And you can buy directly from them. So that may help you. All right. See, now that's cool because then if you do it over a color, you get see the color underneath here. All right. Yes. Oh, Yolande's Etsy link. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought she was talking about the brushes. See, it's hard to keep up with chat here. Thanks, Star. All right. So. All right, so this I think has potential. I don't especially like this pull, but I think if you did a pull with one that had color on it already, it would be kind of cool. Because see how here, like if the blue would have shown up in between here. Let me try one because I like that. I like that color combo. Let's do blue. All right, let's do another blue one. All right, I'm going to work a little bit faster because I feel like these paints are kind of drying up a bit. All right, let's do this. Let me get a blue pull up here. All right, so after this one, I am going to start with the other layers. I just wanted to get some of these done so they'd be ready. Oh, that picked it all up. Okay, so that's, see, that's kind of, oh, I like that. See, that's cool with the copper and the blue. All right, so we've got some papers for the final pull. Now I need to get some. This is where I should have done this last night because on the first layer, I think you want some stamps that are kind of open. See how the moon, like Xander's moon, is open? Let's see. Oh, Devin's chair. All right. Devin's chair. Sandra's moon. All right, what else do we have? Okay, and what I'll do too, after I do this and we're waiting for it to dry, I'll get the link to the Elizabeth St. Hilaire. The Elizabeth St. Hilaire thing. Well, let's try this too, just to see what happens when you have one that doesn't have openings. That one doesn't have openings. A lot. I mean, it just has a few openings. All right, so this is going to be kind of a test page. So let me get another jelly plate. Ugh, let me see if I can get this off. Because what I like to use a smaller jelly plate for my like an ink pad when I'm putting paint on my foam stamps, art foamies, and all of them. So let's put this here. Let me see if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can pull this off. What a mess. I need to clean this plate is what I need to do. It's got a bunch of black. It's probably using black paint with the stamps. That's soaked down in there. Okie doke. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get a piece of paper. And hopefully all that black stuff comes up. If not, I'll just flip it over. Up here. Yeah. Oh, and that left paper on. Ew. I'm just going to flip this over. I've got to clean that. All right, so let's use the blue. For some reason, I'm liking this blue. Or no, this blue, the sky blue. All right, so you kind of want to put it on a little, not thick, but not thin. So you want to put some, here's what I do. I put some paint on a jelly plate. And then okay. And I'll put the stamp like I'm inking up a stamp on an ink pad. And then I'm going to do all right, so we've got the chairs. And then you want to clean your stamp off. Just keep cleaning until you don't get any more. And then what I like to do is I clean it with a, right now, I wipe it off with a baby wipe. And then after I'm done, I'll go put them in water and wash them with dish soap. because you don't want the acrylic paint to dry up and be crusty on your stamps. Okay, so Devon's stamp is available through PM Artist Studio. And then the other stamps I'm using are going to be Art Foamies. So, all right, so let's do this. Let's give it this inked up really good. And you can also, if you need to get more paint on, you can use your brayer. Pick up some paint, use your brayer. All right. Let's do that. So I'm using just different kinds of stamps to see what works best for that top layer, because the first thing you put down is going to be the first thing you stamp onto here is what you'll see at the top of your page when you pull it. It's not like when you're doing a pull where when you pull it, the last thing you put on. You do the same thing? Yeah, it works good. It works good. You wipe them off, get most of the paint off, then put them in some water, let them soak a bit in the dish soap, and dish soap's not going to harm it. All right, so we got that. Let me get Sandra's in here. Yeah, this is the Master's Touch Sky Blue. It's just... Okay, I want to do this one because I want to see how that looks being, yeah. These things are sticking, the little brush covers. Look at that one, I do this one. All right, let's see. All right, I'm gonna need a little more there. And here. Okay. Let's try another one, just since I want to see. Here, I can put this over here. Just see which stamps work better for this. All right, let me wipe these off before I forget. Where's my... All right. All right, get these. Yeah, and if there's a little bit of paint stuck on here, you get the heavy stuff off. When you put it in the dish soap and let it soak, it all comes off. But you just want to get that heavy stuff off so it doesn't get crusty. Okay, got there. Let me try one more. Yeah, let's do her. All right, I need a dot more blue, just a little bit more blue. wow, that's... Yeah, I need to clean this jelly plate. It's really trying to dry up here. Okay, so let's just... And we'll put her here. Okay. This is, I like that stamp. That's kind of a cool stamp. Okay, so now we need this to dry. So I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to see if I can pull this up. I don't know. This is getting really dry. I think when I clean this, I'm just going to pour some mineral oil on the top and let it sit for a little bit. Let it soak in. That's actually kind of cool. All right, I like the little lines that come through. Okay, let's let this dry. While we're letting this dry, I'm going to look up that video. I don't know if anybody found it. I can find it real quick because I watched it, but you want to let this layer dry. Sit down for a minute. I'm going to let this layer dry. Let me get the keyboard. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, here's my mouse. All right, let me find. It was... YouTube. Oh, history. Let me see. Hopefully I... Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. It was a few days ago. Let's see. See if I can find it in my history. Oh, maybe it was Saturday. Let's see. All right, searching. I can't find it. My history. I may have watched it on another device. Hold on. All right, let's do Elizabeth St. Hilaire and Joggles Jelly Printing. And here it is. Let's see. Can't find it. All right, let me do this. Okay, let's see this. No, that was 2 years ago. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. I'm trying to find this. Should be pretty. This should be dried pretty good. Videos. New clip stamp foam launch. Layered jelly print on one pull. Okay, here we go. I found it. Copy and paste. Okay. All right. Do you guys see that link? Are you guys still there? I just want to make you're still there. Make sure you're still there. I don't care if you're not chatting, but I want to make sure I'm not just talking to myself. All right, let me hit this with the heat gun real quick. Let me do. Oh, okay. Thanks, Devin. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't talking to myself. Okay, so this is dry. Now I want to add some texture to this. Okay, good. Okay, so now I want to add some texture to this. So I think I might want to do something bright. So let's find a good texture stamp. Shoot, let me go get my texture stamps. Darn it. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, here they are. Okay. All right, I got a few different texture stamps I'm going to use. Okay. Hey, Devin, go ahead and put up the link for PM Artist Studio for your stamp and put up the link for Art Foamies because those are the two stamp companies I'm using today. All right, so let's do... All right, I'm trying to find some good. All right, let's do this. All right, I'm going to add some circles. That's a good idea, and I've done that too. I don't have water in my basement. Our basement's not finished. So unless I remember to bring it up, that's the best thing to do is just drop it in water. But if you don't have water available, you can use wiping it off. Helps a lot. And then you could even keep the art foamy, sit it on top of the art foamy, and that would help. But yeah, you want to make sure there's no crust. Okay, so now hopefully this is all dry. Let's do, shoot, make sure that kind of wiggled. See, this doesn't seem really bright. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know about this. Let's get the red. Let me get the red. Let me get my, there. All right, let's try some red. Okay, and I just stamp the extra onto here. Now, let's pull this up. Okay, so this is the first time I'm trying this, so hopefully it'll turn out. But I did, watch that video too. I'm sure she had done it several times before. All right, so now let's get some red. All right, so I'm gonna do, here's some little straight lines. And I kind of want really bright colors. So they're going to show through all the different layers. Let's do her dress. Okay. So we got that. And then again, I'm going to put this off on here. End up with some good collage paper here. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to use one more. I think I'll use green. No, I don't want to use green. What do I want to use? I want to use, let me see. Maybe orange. And then I'm going to use one of the, it doesn't such a mess here. Find anything. Oh, here. I do want to use some of the Flint stamps. Okay. Get another piece of paper to clean this up. Hey, Jackie, good to see you. And hi to anybody who came in if I didn't see you. Now we're going to do the orange. Let me clean this off. Gosh. I'm such a messy artist. I'd love to be organized, but when I do my art, I make the biggest mess. I have 2 desks. You'd think I'd have enough room, but no. All right, orange. Where's my orange now? Here. Here's my orange. All right, so we got the orange. And then let me put the heat gun on this and let it dry. All right, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to use this stamp, a little more background stuff. See, part of the problem is I watched the video so long ago. I'm trying to remember the layers. Trying to remember the layers. All right. All right, let's do. I don't know about this. I don't know. Not sure. I'm hoping that all the colors are bright enough. They seem to be like a little translucent when I put it on the plate. Does that happen to you, Devin? The colors seem translucent, but they're actually bright when you do the pull, or anybody else that does gel printing? Okay, here we go. Fill this up with a bunch of different. All right. Okay. Okay. Okay, it depends on your right piece of paper under your gel. Oh, yeah. Let me do that. Let me do that. That's right, because that's. I saw somebody do that recently. Here we go. I've got you guys here to ask questions because. Right. Okay. Okay. All right. That's not bad. There's lots of color on here. Now, that's drying. I want to up. Pick out a stencil. All right, I'm going to use two different stencils so we can kind of see which one works better. I'm going to use this one, and this is one of my favorite stencils. Okay, so I think this is the next step. All right. So we're going to put this down. Let me see what would be. Have any of you guys done this before? Oh, thanks, Sophia. Have a good dinner. Have any of you guys done this before? Because now I'm going to put some more paint down. And then lift this up. And then I need to. Okay, I'm thinking out loud here. All right. So let's do this. Let's do this light blue. And oh my God, that's not very thick. Ugh, no, 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 no. Let me pull that up. That's dried out. I don't want to use that on here. Shit. Pardon me. Pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. Turquoise, Meridian. What do you think, guys? All right, let's do this one. Okay, this is much better. I am going to have to look at go through my paints because some of these are really drying. All right, let's get this cleaned off. All right, be careful that you don't move your stencil. So we're going to do this. Ugh. Don't know. Yeah, don't let the stencil come up with your roller. I haven't done this a whole lot. I usually put the paint down and then put my stencil down, but I want to make sure color comes through. Yes, yes, Master's Touch is Hobby Lobby. All right, so I think that's covered pretty good. Oh my gosh. And now we want to lift this up. All right, and then ideally, let's do this. This is such a mess. You want to take your extra paint and put it down over here. Ugh. Okay, so that's kind of cool, right? Okay, let's let this dry. Do this. And once this is dry, I'm going to kind of turn it over and try to see what it's going to look like when we pull it. Have you done this, Devin? I hadn't really seen this. Let's get this dry. Still wet. Still wet. Okay, this is, which one is this? This is the Tim Holtz heat gun, and I have it, the Wagner heat gun, and I have it on the lighter setting. It's still warm, but it's okay to use on the gel plate. Just don't hold it in one place for very long, and don't hold it really close. Sorry, this is taking so long. Okay, it's pretty dry. I want to see. Okay. All right, this gives you an idea of how it's going to look. Let's put this back because it's still a little damp. All right. Hey, Cat Hat. Oh, thanks a lot. Welcome. Glad you joined in. I'm finishing up, so go back and watch the rest of the stream. But okay, so here's my big, okay, so I can do one of two things, and you guys let me know what you would do. I could do a pull with the color, make sure it gets dry, and then do a full pull. Or I could do a pull with, I could use one of those prints I made at the beginning and then use a gel medium to pull it, which I've never done before. I've done pulls with paint. So what do you guys think? A thin layer of paint? And should I use a golden fluid to pick it up? Or should I keep going with the Liquitex and Master's Touch? What do you guys think? And what color? I don't want to use black or white, I don't think. I kind of want to use a bright color. Like pink. Pink, I think, would show through. I think magenta, the red might get lost in the magenta. What do you guys think? Pink or magenta? Actually, this is a light magenta. That's what I'll use. All right. Let me make sure this is all dry. Okie doke. Here we go. Let's see. I do a thin layer of Liquitex. I find takes a bit longer to dry. Maybe yellow or pink. Okay, perfect. This is a light magenta. Okay. I know I haven't done pulls with a medium, but I know I've seen other people do the pulls. And oh, maybe that's why I thought I had to have the plain backgrounds. I'll use those on something else. Okay. All righty. All right. Let me get my brayer. Thanks, Kat. I got it up in the chat. I posted a link. It was something I saw Elizabeth St. Hilaire to do with joggles, and I thought it was kind of fun. So we'll still see if I think it's fun. And this is, ugh. Why are my paints so dry? This actually might make it dry faster if my paint's kind of dry. Shoot. Okay. So let's do this. And you kind of want, you don't want it. Oh crap, something wasn't dry. All right, we'll see. All right, this is the first time I'm doing this, guys. So, all right, you don't want stuff. I'm gonna have to go through my paints. This is, oh crap. All right, let's do this. Let's get a sheet of paper on here. And I don't know if I need to mix my paints up more. All right, let's see. That's not clean. Let me get a clean piece of paper. Okay. All right, so let's do. All right. Okay, so we've got that. Let me get my stripes. Get my stripes. All right, let's get the Baron. so I am gonna pull this before we go because I've never left a print overnight to dry and then pull it the next day. I've always pulled my prints during my session or whatever. Okay, so now here's what I can do. I can lift this up. And now that is what it's going to look like. Pull this up a bit. Okay, and this was just like a test. I wanted to see like what kind of stamps worked. But all the stamps I used on the first layer, you can see them. The girl, the chairs. What else did I use? The little flowers. And then you can see all the different layers. All right. So what do you guys think? Should I pull it now or let it sit? Should I let it sit since we can kind of see what it's going to look like? And now this gives me an idea too when I'm picking stamps to use, like stamps and colors. And what colors go behind. You want stuff that's going to pop. But I'm kind of happy. Like you can see all the different layers. They're not getting lost. Okay, what do you guys think? Pull it. Pull it. Here, let me turn it over. Let me turn it over again. Let me. Oh no, paper's kind of wrinkly. Let it sit for at least 10 minutes. What do you think? Let me do a little test. Yeah, it needs to sit a little longer. Some of the stuff's sticking down. Okay, let it sit, pull it. Okay, you know what? I am going to put my sign up. Let me go run upstairs. I'm going to check on the dogs because Jack hasn't come down to eat yet. Let it sit. Oh, don't pull until paper. Oh, not cool to the touch. Ah, that's the trick. Okay, it feels cool. Let me just put a little heat on it, and then I'm going to go up and check on Jack. And then I'll come back, and we can chit-chat for a little bit, and then I did not know that, Devin. So, yeah, it feels cool. Yeah, it's cool. I'm kind of mad that there's that. Okay, let me run upstairs and then I'll be right back. I'm not going to be gone 10 minutes. I'm just going to be gone a few minutes. This one I think turned out really cool. The cleanup print from the stencil with the swirly pen, with the swirly paintbrushes. I thought that one turned out really cool. Okay, let me climb out of this mess and I will be right back. Oh, all right. back. Okay, guys, let's see. All right. Okay, I am back. Let's do this. Let's do this. God, I should take a picture of the mess that's here. It's crazy. Okay. Looking pretty good. Oh, shoot. This up. I really want to pull this. I'm going to pull, even though it is leaving a little bit of paint on. I'm not going to do that. Okay, here we go. No. All righty, here we go. Okay, there is some where the pink kind of went through. I think I just got to mix up my paints because they've sat for a while. I think that's what that was. All right, what do you guys think? Not too bad. Not too bad. Some of the pink went through, and I think that might have been where I rubbed it, where I rubbed off the blue maybe. Okay, so it's kind of fun. So what you really like, you could, I wonder, you really want to do like maybe black would be good to do for that first, for the first stamps that you put down. Make sure it's a darker color than what's going behind. I think maybe the blue blends in too much. I do like the colors though. I do like the colors, but, and I love how like all the different layers show through, how the openings of the stencil show through, how where the stencil didn't have paint or where there wasn't paint from the stencil. So this was fun. I'll definitely do this some more. Try to perfect dark images or images that pop for your first layer of stamps, I think. So yeah, not bad. Not bad for the first time. So anyway, thanks for coming, guys. And I'm going to play with this some more. And then I will try to get back to posting and stuff. I haven't really been posting a whole lot the past few weeks, but feel free to post your artwork on the Facebook group. I love seeing what you do. Thanks to all my mods. I appreciate everything you guys do. And don't forget the weekly prompts. If you want to play along, grab those. And oh, Terry wasn't here. I know Terry's busy. I think she's moving or something. Terry loves doing the prompts. She does them every week. All right, guys. See you next week. Watch Dee Dee tomorrow. Watch Devin tomorrow. And then Carol's still streaming at 3, right? So those are the people that I know with streams coming up. Everybody have a good day. Don't worry, spring will be here soon. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye. You're welcome, Devin. Thanks for being here, everybody. It was fun. I have to find my mouse. Hold on. All right, here we go. Okay.